Hey everybody, welcome to Best of NWF's NXT After Show, November 11, 2015. Um, we have a lot of questions to answer on this NXT show, so we're going to get right into it. First off, we have Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10, coming out to the ring, and then he's going to be facing Baron Corbin. This match never starts or takes place because you have Apollo Crews on the run-in and totally decimating Baron Corbin to the point where he literally had to run away from the ring. And this is what I've been waiting for with Apollo Crews, because he has just been the smiley, I'm happy, and this is my dream kind of guy, and I'm finally happy he's showing some character development, and I'm a lot more interested in him now than I was before, so that's good. I'm actually excited for them to have a feud together. And it makes sense why both Baron Corbin and Samoa Joe did the run-in, because you have two different feuds happening off of that. After that, we have the six-man tag going, or six multi-person tag. You have Bayley and the Hype Bros for Blake, Murphy, and Bliss. And this is why NXT is a cut above the rest. The fans really make it something exciting, because when they like something, they love something. They were so behind the Hype Bros and Bayley. They were chanting the entire time. Typical six-man tag. You have Bliss stealing the women's title near the end. Bayley does a Bayley to belly on I believe it was Blake, but it could have been Murphy, I forget. But then she runs out to go chase Bliss. The Hype Bros do the Hype Rider, which I think is pretty awesome, and then they pick up the victory there. So it's nice to see the Hype Bros actually getting some love, because I feel bad for Zack Ryder, because I do feel like this is a step down for him. I wish they would find something more for him on the main roster, but at least he's doing something. At least the crowd's behind it. I mean, that's got to be a good feeling going out there and just the crowd loving it and getting the victory. So after that, we have our first all-women's match with Diona, which I don't believe I've seen before, versus Nia Jax. Nia Jax, I'm liking her more and more. Like I said before, her outfit is 10 times better with this, so it's nice to see, it's nice to see when a character kind of changes and evolves, and I know it's just an outfit, but man, that makes such a big difference. Pretty much this was a squash match with Nia Jax just picking up the victory there. And after that, we have a nice little backstage segment with Bayley finding her women's championship. She finds it on the ground. She picks it up real slow. We're all waiting for the beatdown to happen, and she turns her back, and there's Nia Jax. I hope this foreshadowing is like way in the future, not foreshadowing for something real soon, because I feel like Alexa Bliss really needs to at least have her feud with Bayley first. So hopefully that was just kind of a in the future we're going to meet. And then, as Nia Jax takes Bayley's attention, of course, Alexa Bliss pops out of nowhere and takes down Bayley. Nia Jax picks up the title, hands it back to Bayley, and it was a good little backstage segment for something very simple, something that, really helps out the show, tells a little extra story without it being in the ring. After that, we have our NXT Tag Team Championship match. We have Wilder and Dawson versus the Vaudevillains. The NXT Tag Division, God, they're so stacked. We saw the Hype Bros earlier. Great reaction. You have Blake and Murphy, which have been so great at what they've been tasked to do. You have Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, which are incredible right now. You have the Enzo and Big Cass. It's pretty amazing. Like, there's a log jam of tag teams. I'm even forgetting some right now. But you have Wilder and Dawson versus the Vaudevillains for the NXT championship or tag team championships. As much as I love the Vaudevillains, it wasn't the great payoff that I think they hoped it would be. NXT Brooklyn was awesome. And then after that, you have nothing really happened after that. And I don't know if it was the Dusty Tag Classic kind of took all the steam away, because they weren't really doing anything or feuding with any tag teams during that time. But Wilder and Dawson pick up the surprise win, but not too much of a surprise, because what really were the Vaudevillains really doing with that title? I think they're better chasing the title than just holding on to it. I really hope they don't move him up to the main roster, because the Vaudevillains are definitely something that Vince McMahon would not have any idea what to do with. So this will be interesting because, we got our NXT London coming up, so we're going to see how that goes and see who the tag team champions are at the end of that. After that, you have Samoa Joe coming out to explain his actions. These are always entertaining, but they always have pretty funny reasons for turning on their counterpart. But a lot of the stuff Samoa Joe said was true, that he deserves a title shot, that, he's Samoa Joe. When he came to NXT, deserved a title shot. And to be honest, it's really true. He's a former world champion, multiple-time world champion in other companies. He has a lot to offer NXT. So I'm wondering if, will they actually put it on him? I don't know, because he isn't a WWE guy, but it'll be interesting to see how this goes forward. I think he has a shot to win it, but I think he has a shot to lose and then go to the main roster. I think that's how good he's been, and they really need kind of a big heel on the main roster that's legitimate. So I'm excited for this feud. I'm happy it finally happened, and it's going to give Finn Balor some steam too, because this Tag Classic really took a lot out of any storylines going forward. So for this NXT, it was a quick, short show. A couple matches here, a couple matches there, and but all in all, much more enjoyable than Raw. So for Best of NWF, we are out.